Now, when you look at part A, B, and C, part A and B carries 50 marks and part B carries 50 marks. So logically, you should be spending equal amount of time on all these parts. So the best practice would be to allocate time based on the marks. And as soon as the time runs out, say you have allocated 1.5 hours for part C, start writing part C, read the question multiple number of times. Reading the question and understanding is a part of the time that you're going to take in answering the paper. If you have 1.5 hours for part C, then at the end of 1.5 hours, regardless of where you are, you should move to the other part. So if you have, say, allocated 45 minutes for part A, at the end of the 45 minutes, which means you have 4 questions, so roughly you're going to spend slightly more than 10 minutes on each answer. At the end of the 10 minutes, you have to move to the next answer. There is no way you can just sit and say that I will write a great answer, I'll add more information, because no matter what you do, you are not going to get more than 5 marks. So bear this in mind. You have to proportion the time based on the marks. And once the allocated time, I mean, you have to have an internal allocation of time. Once you cross the time limit, move to the next question, finish whatever you know, and then write probably the weak answers or the answers you're not sure at the end. The other way is to leave space in an answer sheet. You just leave 1 sheet or 1.5 sheet for an essay type question. Drafting may take, you may need more space for writing the drafting part C answers. So you just leave the space and go. But this is something which I've heard from people who have written examinations number of times. People who have cleared their PhDs could not manage time when it came to paper 2. So bear this in mind. Before you go, you should have a time allocation based on the marks. Part A, 45 minutes. Part B, 45 minutes. Part C, 1 hour 30 minutes. So once you have this allocation, at the end of the time, you just need to move to the next part. You will always have some time to come back, but the point is you have to do justice to all the parts.